have to take a step back first because you don't know what's happening behind the scenes. There's always something happening behind the scenes that we're not aware of.
Right.
It spilled over into something else. But here's what I will say about that. I think Kendrick Lamar is a very special individual.
Right.
I think he is a deep thinker. I think he is a big part of what is unifying and energizing the West Coast right now. And I think he was severely underestimated. And when you look at the parable of David and Goliath, and you see, somebody who's, very, dismissive or very arrogant or very, feeling like, because Drake wasn't talking the way he's talking now at the beginning, but when Kendrick wasn't saying nothing, you know what I'm saying? It was just like, it was very funny. It was very poking holes, and he did the Tupac thing.
Drop and give me 50.
Yeah. Doing the Tupac AI thing.
Right.
You talk about feeling disrespect. I mean, the whole coast, we love Tupac.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? The world loved Tupac. You know what I'm saying?
Oh God, you know what? I've never asked that question. So when Drake sampled, I want to say sampled or AI'd it, right? AI'd it. Right. So because Kendrick's line was, "You think the coast is gonna let you disrespect Pac?" I think that Oakland show might be your last stop. You telling me that that's how people really took it? Like,
he took some liberties with that, and look, dude, I got no dog in this fight.
Yeah, no, I know.
But
none of us do.
Yeah, but the West Coast is where I'm at, and that's what's up. You know what I'm saying? Right. And so Kendrick is definitely ruling the pack. You know what I'm saying? And he's setting the tone.
Right.
And so I just think that what we're seeing now is
I ain't drinking a week. Hold on.
What we're seeing now is the repercussions of stepping on somebody that you shouldn't have stepped to.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? Like, they're not even in the same class. In my opinion, Drake should have just put out a massive hit for the women and went on about his business. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, you saying like after?
After the first shot, you know what I'm saying? But pride is a mother, ego is a mother.
Kept going. I remember at one point I was coming downstairs, to smoke, and it was like another Drake record drop, and I was like, "Oh, okay." And I felt at that time, I felt Drake was being the bully. This is before Kendrick had dropped anything. I think a lot of people forget that time. Remember when he just kept dropping?
Yeah, I mean, they both did that back.
I was downstairs on my
Chrysler 300 looked like a Bentley until a real Bentley rolled up. You know what I'm saying? And you see that.
I'm not gonna lie, X. I knew Kendrick was ill. I knew Kendrick was the man. I knew Kendrick could hold it down. I didn't know Kendrick. I didn't know.
You didn't know Kendrick was a scientist.
I did not know.
A master chess player.
Yeah. He's playing chess.
I knew. No. Because I'm on hip hop. Let me not downgrade myself like that. I just didn't know to the extent that he went. Because I'm gonna be honest. This new album, what is it? NHL?
Yeah.
What?
GNX.
GNX. I said NHL. I thought talking about National Hockey.
Grand National. Grand National X. It's a car.
When I first heard it, and then I was like, damn, man, it doesn't seem like he's having fun. Right?
Oh, yeah.
And then,
oh, no, this is absolutely fun. Are you serious?
It was an LA guy there. It was an LA guy there. Big up Dion. And Dion was like, nah, man. We just have fun a little bit different from y'all. Yeah. And I was like, all right, cool. And I listened to it the next day and I understood. Like, it literally took somebody from Los Angeles.
Why didn't you think he was having fun?
Because I just felt like he was dealing with survivor's remorse. I didn't feel like he was like enjoying the moment. But I had to hear it again. When I heard it the second and third time, then I was like, oh, okay. He's enjoying the moment, but he's enjoying it in his way.
Right. Yeah. I mean, look, I don't hang around with Kendrick. I'm not even going to claim to be in his circle. His circle is tight. I know, my family works with him. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's really dope to see him have his own lane. You know what I'm saying? And do it the way he's doing it.
Right.
Like, but still have the full backing of everybody that came before him. You know what I'm saying? That's dope. And he's inclusive.
Right.
You see some cats that's young and they come up and they just dismiss everybody. That him, everybody, it's me, and all this shit. And I think that's what we saw. You know what I'm saying? Like Drake was, damn near #1 for a decade, if not more. You know what I'm saying? And he felt untouchable. So it's very dope to see, you know, Kendrick come into his own, and I'm pretty sure he was pushed in a lot of ways from that situation. But to see what he turned into, and to see what he represents and what he means to us on the coast, it's fantastic. It's dope.
You know what's the crazy shit is? I'm bouncing around, but I'm gonna make it make sense.
Yeah.
Oh, one of my favorite shows on TV is a show called The Chi. Right. Only thing that's missing in The Chi is on my homegirl Lena Witt. I always tell her, I'm like, yo, man, you got the only city of Chicago without loading Latinos, right? And I'm like, yo, bro, I'm Latino. Like, I can't just look at Chicago without noticing
Puerto Ricans,
Latinos.
Mexicans.
One thing about me being on the West Coast, and obviously I've been going to the West Coast since 1997. When I would go to Snoop shows or your show, I wouldn't see. No, your show is different. Okay, let me just put Daz and Corrupt. I wouldn't see a lot of Latinos. You know what changed it? Was Nipsey Hussle.
Yeah.
Nipsey Hussle. I went to a Nipsey Hussle. I snuck into it. But I think I told you this, or I said it on the show. I went to a Nipsey Hussle concert. I didn't hit him. I wanted to pay to get in. I wanted to look. I wanted to see how this West Coast shit feel. Like, you know what I'm saying? Without being nori, right?
Yeah.
And it was the first time I synced. But I didn't know what I was seeing.
Yeah.
Snoop explained to me that you saw that again on stage.
Yeah.
I didn't know that Kendrick brought all of these gangs together. Like, how remarkable is that?
That was the tipping point.
Right.
When he did that Pop-Out concert and Dre went out there and all them neighborhoods came out there.
See, we didn't know that.
Stayed on stage.
Because we want you to explain this in its entirety, in depth.
Yeah.
Us on the East Coast, we looking thinking these are artists. That although they might be artists, but we're not understanding that they represent different gangs.
Oh no,
and different territories.
There were some artists up there. There were some artists, but there was some very important people to the street up there too.
Right.
That usually don't really be standing next to each other.
Right.
And I think it just really set the tone for what's coming next.
Right.
So everybody saw that shit and was like, oh, we ain't had this before in the West.
That's what I'm trying to say.
We ain't had this before.
Maybe slightly during the peace treaty.
No, it'd be pieces. It'd be pieces of the West coming together. Still excluding some of these parts because of past things that happened or just like that's just how things have been. But when that happened, a lot of shit got pushed to the side and was like, okay, you know what? Let's unite around this W. Let's unite around this genius that is this doing this phenomenal work.
All right.
And, you know, look, we can beef internally, but to the rest of the world, unified. Like, we haven't had that. You know what I'm saying?
I love that about y'all. Ice-T brought that up to me. Ice-T said, listen, he said, you know us West Coast people got beef because you in the industry, mother.
Yeah,
he's like, you think about it, our beefs be between us. And I was so mad at Ice-T because he was right. I was like, word, like if they beefing, if you in the industry,
like the average person, you say,
like the average person, like that California love for lack of a better term is real.
Handle that shit. It's just like you when your parents used to say, don't act crazy in front of company.
That's
you know what I'm saying?
That's very true.
That's just what it is.
It's very true.
It's like sometimes that shit spill over into the street, but for the most part, like especially now. Cats got a different agenda.
Right.
We want to see the W go. You know what I'm saying? Right. And that's why you see Q coming. That's why you see, you know, Snoop Dogg coming. That's why I'm coming.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
It's like,
make some noise for that.
And what's also dope, I think that I don't think people are mentioning as much about Kendrick, his movement. He brought North Cali into the fold.
Absolutely.
It's not just LA, it's all of California.
So what are you saying about it?
Like the Bay Area and those artists
Wait,
too.
that's considered the North?
Yeah.
I thought the Bay Area was considered the South.
No.
Okay, my bad. You know,
I ain't on top.
I ain't geographically put together, y'all. Just deal with me. Just deal with me.
That
I held geographics
too.
What class is that? Geographics? Yeah, I ain't go to that kid. Yeah.
No, but you're absolutely correct.
Even with the sound, like in the album, there's a song that's like, to me, that's the Sonic. That's the Bay Area right there.
But that's all West Coast.
Right.
When people say West Coast, they just think of LA.
Yes.
Or they think of South Central, Compton. You know what I'm saying? Long Beach. That's not just the coast goes all the way up to Canada. So when you look at you know, the Bay and what they represent, like, and then it's always been separate there too.
Yeah.
Right.
Southern California, Northern California, two different planets.
Right.
But now it's this thing like
the W.
everybody.
Right.
Yeah, the W.
Everybody. And it feels dope to be able to see E40 do the opening for the pop-out concert. And it's like the inclusion of it just feels so we feeling strong right now.
Because I felt like, I'm sorry to bounce all over the place, but like New York, we've always had Long Island and we've always had Yonkers and Jersey, which technically isn't New York. But it is New York. You understand what I'm saying? So I felt like that moment for y'all, like it was like every part of the coast. And not only that, I was about to say the state, but not only that, y'all brought the coast together. That's what's crazy. You know what's crazy about West Coast culture? If you actually pay attention, you guys don't got to promote to the South or the East at all. You guys could just promote in the West and you'll be good.
Well, here's the thing.
Sacramento.
The number.
Remember when...
According to the numbers, I'm saying.
Remember when hip-hop was super regional and you look at the No Limit... And you look at Cash Money, and then even here, in Miami, you look at the sound that was coming out of here that graduated from DJ Magic Mike and into the Luke and Two Live Crew. Into Poison Clan, into all these other things that was coming. They had their own sound, so it was regional. So once the West Coast, had their sound and we didn't feel like we needed to copy anyone, right? So when the South rose and, after Outkast said the South got something to say, and then absolutely they came and dominated everything in the industry and they had their sound.
Yeah, we've been up ever since he said that. You are Drake 2000?
No,
it's y'all.
I think it's dope because it gave us time to kind of like see where things needed to go. And I just like the fact that we're not changing our sound. We just doing it at a different pace.